Hi everyone. So today we have a Senate map for between the Democrats who have 23 seats not up for re-election and the Republicans who have 42 seats not up for re-election. I'm also going to use the generic ballot polling, which currently has the Democrats ahead by approximately 6.5 points, as well as the Donald Trump approval rating, which, as you can see there, is disapproval plus 10 to 11 or so. So yeah, let's just get right into this video. So this is definitely going to be a referendum on the president and how he is doing in office. So if we go up to the safe states, we can see Washington, California, Hawaii, Maryland, Delaware, New Jersey. Actually, New Jersey, I will come back to because it is pretty closer than people might have thought. Connecticut, Rhode Island, Massachusetts, New York, Vermont, and Maine. Virginia and New Mexico I would also classify as a safe state. So where can the Republicans expand their lead that they already have? They can expand it in Utah, Wyoming, Nebraska, Mississippi, and Mississippi special election, all that have Republican incumbents that, except for Utah, that will retain their seats definitely. Um, so yeah, so these states definitely will go to the Republicans. Now, for some more Democratic states, likely Democratic states, I would say that Pennsylvania, Michigan, Wisconsin, and Minnesota are actually classified as safe, but that special election would be likely. Going all the way down to the state of Texas, I will come back to that one. But in New Jersey, I'm classifying this as leaning Democratic, just because, with this Bob Menendez, he's very unpopular in his state. However, I don't think that New Jersey, if it was Florida, Bob Hugin would win. But this is New Jersey. This is a Democratic state. So I definitely see Bob Menendez narrowly holding on, probably within 7 points or so. For some more likely Democratic states, I would classify Ohio likely to be for the Democrats. Sherrod Brown, pretty popular, especially compared to the other Republican senator there, and Jim Renacci is not very well known, and the Republicans definitely aren't putting much funds into Ohio. They're putting funds into North Dakota, Missouri, Tennessee, and West Virginia, places like that, Florida, places like that. Will definitely, um, you know, have the Republicans are putting much more funds in those states than they are in the state of Florida. So, down to West Virginia, Patrick Morrisey, going to be very hard for him to pull off an upset here. I definitely see this one leaning towards staying with Joe Manchin. So, we have a few states for the Democrats and the Republicans that we are yet to fill in. Excuse me. For example, Texas, I would classify that as leaning Republican. Beto O'Rourke definitely does have a shot, but Texas, it definitely doesn't have um, that sort of identity. A bit like New Jersey, doesn't have the tides to flip. Um, Actually, Texas and New Jersey definitely quite similar, just sort of the opposite. Texas with an unpopular Republican incumbent and a sort of hopeful Democrat, and then in New Jersey, again, unpopular Democratic incumbent and then the hopeful Republican there in New Jersey. So let's just take a look at the generic ballot. This is mainly for the House, but it also can be applied to the Senate as well. Democrats are winning, but they would need to win by about this margin or more if they were to take the House. If they win by a less margin than this, it's unlikely they'll take the House because of the gerrymandering and other things to favor the Republicans. So, the next state we're going to look at is the state of Montana, and this is likely for the Democrats. Matt Rosendale doesn't really have much of a shot here. The GOP isn't putting much funds into Matt Rosendale and Jon Tester, pretty popular for a Democrat in the state of Montana. Also likely to go to the Democrat, I'll actually put it as leans, Arizona and Nevada. Both have unpopular Republican incumbents. Arizona will not be re-electing its Republican incumbent, and Nevada, Dean Heller, it's looking very unlikely for him to stay as the senator from Nevada there, especially considering this is a state that Hillary Clinton won and Donald Trump's approval rating not too great, especially in a state like Nevada. So we have 5 states that we're yet to fill in, and all these will be used using the tilt margins, except for the state of Tennessee. Phil Bredesen is extremely popular. He left office with a 76% approval rating, and in 2006, which was a Democratic wave year, he won every single county, and even in a major Republican wave year of 2002, he was still narrowly able to edge Tennessee out. So he doesn't even need to win like all the voters that he carried the last time. He just needs to win like 60-70%, and that would put him over the top there in Tennessee. And you could, that's why I'm not classifying it as a tilt. I'm classifying it as a lean. So the last 4 states all will be classified by tilt margins. Let's be honest here. North Dakota really not going to go to the Democrats. I mean, Heidi Heitkamp is pretty sort of unpopular for a Democrat in North Dakota. And Kevin Cramer, you can't use the argument saying, oh, but Kevin Cramer doesn't have the name recognition, but he does have the name recognition because he was the representative at large for the state of North Dakota. Definitely gonna, I maybe even would put this as a lean Democratic, but I think for now it's pretty close to a tilt Republican, especially considering the generic ballot and Trump's approval ratings. So back over to the Senate map. The Republicans need either Florida, Missouri, or Indiana. Out of these 3 states, the most likely state to flip is the state of Indiana with Mike Braun. Mike Pence definitely going to capitalize on Mike Braun here in the state of Indiana, and Joe Donnelly, not very popular, only was able to win in 2012 because the Republican was very controversial and unpopular. So that's probably going to go to Mike Braun. Taking a look at the map here, there's still Florida and Missouri to fill in. Missouri, I'm tilting that Democratic because all the polling shows Claire McCaskill ahead, and Josh Hawley being so closely tied to the governor there in Missouri, not going to help Josh Hawley, and definitely will help McCaskill in there. And the final state is the state of Florida. I'm calling it for the Democrats. Bill Nelson definitely, I believe, is going to win this race, even though Rick Scott is narrowly ahead in opinion polls. Here's the thing, Bill Nelson, and I've repeated this argument many times, the thing with Rick Scott is that he's not a very good Republican. He was only narrowly able to edge his elections out in Republican wave years of 2010 and 2012, and by that it was 1% or 1.2% depending on the year. And with Bill Nelson's approval rating, it's going to mean a Nelson win there, and especially considering, again, generic ballot polling and the Trump approval rating, it's probably going to go to the Democrats. So the only reason why I'm not making it a leaning Democrat is because Rick Scott is ahead in opinion polling, so that's why I'm only tilting that one Democratic. So final Senate makeup, 50 Republicans, 50 Democrats. Thanks for watching this video. Comment down suggestions below, and I'll see you all in the next one. Peace.